Okay guys, the buns, or in general the bread in any sandwich, bigly important, arguably one of the most important element in any sandwich, period. That's why I'm gonna be teaching you how to make it from scratch, because you can, and I don't know why it seems intimidating for many people, but it's not. It's very simple and it takes your sandwich to way another level. I mean, come on guys, look at these buns. Imagine great crispy chicken, juicy pickles, incredible sauce, and then a stupid buns. Well, of course that sandwich sucks. It just ruins everything, you know what I mean? Anyways, there are a few ways to make buns, and here is how I prefer to make mine. And by the way, the measures is for making 6 large buns. Warm up 220 milliliters or a little less than 1 cup water to about 93 to 95 Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius. If you don't have a kitchen scale, please buy one, please. I'm gonna give you the measures in cups and spoons units, but it's crucial to be precise when you're baking. Add 9 grams or 1 tablespoon dry yeast followed by 30 grams or 3 tablespoons sugar to the water and whisk until the sugar and yeast dissolve in the water. Put that aside and leave it in room temperature for about 10 to 15 minutes. Alright, in a large bowl dump 460 grams or a little less than 4 cups all-purpose flour, 30 grams or 4 tablespoons baby milk powder, and 9 grams or half tablespoon kosher salt. I know milk powder sounds crazy, but it will soften your buns and give it an incredible taste, trust me on this. Combine all dry ingredients, add 1 whole egg plus 1 egg yolk, 40 grams or 2.5 tablespoons melted butter, and finally the water yeast mixture. When a bubbly foam forms on top of the water, that's when you know the yeast is activated. If you don't see that foam after 15 minutes, then most likely your yeast is no good anymore. Sorry, you gotta go buy a new one. If you're new here, welcome. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I have crazy giveaways and post new videos every week. Mix everything first by spoon or spatula, then massage the dough with your hands for about 5 minutes. The dough should be a little sticky. You can lightly flour your working surface, which makes it easier to work with, but do not add flour more than that. Having one of these little plastic dough scrapers make your baking life a ton easier. I highly recommend it. You can use it to simply rub the ball on the working surface, keeping constant contact, and just do that until it's nice and circular. Usually takes about 5 minutes. Place the dough in a greased large bowl, grease the dough itself lightly, cover the bowl very well with plastic film, and leave it in a warm area for about 1.5 hours or until the dough gets double in size. One of the great places to leave the dough is your oven while it's turned off or under your blanket. Once I did that and my wife went nuts. Now one of the most important part, which is fried chicken. First we're gonna do trim and then clean. Guys, please always have one cutting board only for chicken. I can't emphasize this enough, cause chicken sometimes has bacteria that only die with chlorine. You don't want to get salmonella, do you? You better not, it's not fun at all. Okay, we're gonna use 6 large pieces of chicken thighs cause it's juicier and tastier for a fried chicken sandwich. Make sure to buy the big boy ones, don't use the small ones, use the biggest one you can get. Trim off some excess fats cause no one wants to bite a big chunk of fat, but don't trim too much, you need that to have juicy chicken sandwich. Can you use chicken breast? Sure you can, but it's not gonna be juicier than chicken thighs unless you love those boobs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, raw chicken stinks as fuck and always grosses me out. Make sure to wash the chickens, please. Alright, now it's time to marinate these gorgeous ladies. In the bowl, add 600 milliliters or 2.5 cups buttermilk, 1 tablespoon of each garlic powder, oregano, smoked paprika, onion powder, chili powder, and 1 teaspoon of each cayenne pepper and cumin cause I want it spicy. Feel free to adjust the spices amount to your taste. Add juice of 1 lime or lemon and of course generous amount of salt and black pepper. I used about 2 tablespoons salt and 1 tablespoon black pepper. Mix everything very well, cover the bowl with plastic wrap and leave it in the fridge to marinate for at least 2 hours. If you can leave it overnight, it makes it a lot tastier. Okay, now another hugely important element in any sandwich, the sauce. This is my secret sauce recipe for chicken sandwich, which according to my friends is one of the best in town. Well, I don't know how many sauces we got in town, but anyways. The base for my sauce is mayo, and cause I love mayo so much and everything is supposed to be from scratch today, I'm gonna be making it from scratch. It's so easy, just calm down. We need 2 egg yolks in the food processor. If you don't have food processor, it's okay. You can whisk it manually, but be ready for a little workout. food processor just makes your life a lot easier. Add 1 teaspoon Dijon mustard and start pulsing for a few times until egg yolk and mustard combine very well. Then here is the most important part. Start adding your oil drip by drip very slowly while the blade's turning for the first 30 seconds. If you add too much oil in the beginning, oil will split and nobody wants that. After the first 30 seconds, you can add more oil until you get your desired texture and thickness. I cannot give you the exact measure for the oil because it really depends on the egg size and oil type. For the oil, you can literally use any type of oil. You can use olive, avocado, or even coconut oil if you want to make it healthier. I use grapeseed oil in this recipe. Once you got the desired thickness, as you can see mine is very thick, it's time to season the mayo. I started with juice of half a lime, 1 teaspoon kosher salt, and a pinch of black pepper. Here you really need to start low on seasoning, and as you go adjust the amounts based on your desired taste. I ended up adding the other half of the lime and a pinch more salt. Once we are done with the mayo, it's time to make my secret sauce. 4 to 5 cloves of garlic in a molcajete, yeah, that's the name of that thing, right there. Along with a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of salt. Crush those goodies in there until you get this incredible garlic paste. In a bowl, 1 cup or 200 milliliters mayo, add the garlic paste in there, 2 tablespoons of your favorite hot sauce, and 1 tablespoon ketchup. So here's the deal, you can really play with the amount of hot sauce and ketchup here. You can use only one of them or replace the ketchup with barbecue sauce. It's up to you. The more ketchup, the sweeter the sauce will be. You got it. The next ingredient is lovely dill pickles. Here I got inspired by In-N-Out spread sauce, so I'm gonna be chopping the pickles and add them to the sauce, but feel free to place them separately in your sandwich. I chopped 8 to 9 little dill pickles and added them in the sauce. Last but not least, which is totally optional, I chopped a few leaves of fresh parsley finely and added them to my sauce to add extra freshness. Throw the sauce in the fridge for now, don't worry, we're gonna come back to it. Okay, once the dough is doubled, go ahead and pull it out, then punch the dough down and transfer it to your working surface. You can then eyeball it and split it into 6 little pieces, but I prefer to be precise, that's why I measure the dough, divide by 6, each piece was weighed at about 132 grams. It took me only extra 30 seconds to weigh out each piece. You're gonna have way easier time making buns if they're all even. Now it's time for shaping, which is the most important thing here. Grab a section of the dough and gently stretch and fold it to the center. Repeat that process on the whole segments of the dough and pinch them in the center. Flip the dough over so it is seam side down. Then hold the dough in your hand and roll your hands around it, keeping the constant contact with your surface until it's nice, tight and circular. Then just repeat that with all 6 pieces of the dough. Grab your rim baking sheet tray, grease it lightly in the corners, then place a piece of parchment paper in there. The grease secures the parchment paper from moving. Then place your dough balls equally spaced apart from each other, leaving a room like 3 inches in between because they're gonna rise. Place another equally sized rim baking tray inverted on top so the dough balls don't get dry, and allow them to rise for another 1 to 2 hours in the room temperature. Then we're gonna make an egg wash made of 1 whole egg and 2 tablespoons milk or cream. Mix them all very well and brush the entire top of the buns gently with egg wash. Of course, spread out white and black sesame seeds generously on top of the buns. Throw them in the oven preheated at 375 Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius for 18 to 20 minutes or until you get your desired golden brown color. Quick announcement about special giveaways for my subscribers. You have the chance to win from $100 to $1,000. I have 7 different milestone draws, just a way of me saying thank you so much for supporting my passion. You just need to first subscribe to my channel and then sign up for the draws quickly through the link in the description so I can reach out to you if you win. Don't miss the opportunity and do it right now. Take those loaves out of the oven, place them on a cooling rack and brush them all with butter on top. Just look at this bun. No, seriously, don't buy buns anymore, okay? Unless you're planning to feed 40 people, then go buy it, it's okay. We're gonna put the buns aside to cool down a little bit while we are frying our chicken. But before that, we need to get our dredge going. So we're gonna need 2 cups or 240 grams all-purpose flour, 1 cup or 130 grams cornstarch for extra crispiness, 1 teaspoon of each smoked paprika, garlic powder, oregano, chili powder, cayenne pepper, cumin, onion powder, coriander, salt, and half teaspoon black pepper. Mix them all together until everything is combined. I realize my bowl is small, so I transfer everything to a bigger one so I can work with it easier. Then add a quarter cup buttermilk marinade from the chicken into the flour and toss it around. Trust me, this really helps to get extra flaky, crispy bits on your chicken. Take a piece of chicken out of the marinade, drop it in the dredge, coat it with flour, press it down aggressively to make sure every segment of the chicken covered by flour. Then shake off the excess flour and place the chicken in a tray on the side, and then repeat with the remaining chicken pieces. Get a medium to large size pot, preferably cast iron, and fill it a little over halfway with oil. We need about 2 inches depth of oil here. You should use a high smoking point oil for deep frying. The best with crispiest result is peanut oil. If you want to be extra fancy, throw some dog fat in there to add extra flavor. Please use a frying thermometer. We need to heat up the oil to about 375 Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius. If you don't have thermometer, it's fine. Just know the oil has to be super hot. Pro tip, stir the oil a few times while it's heating up. This way the oil heats up evenly. Once it reaches that temperature, drop the first piece of chicken very gently in the oil. Make sure to drop it away from you. That way, in case the oil splashes, it splashes away from you so you won't burn yourself. Please be careful. After dropping the first piece of chicken, wait for 1 minute, then add the second piece in there. The reason is the oil temp drops when you place the chicken in there, so if you drop the second piece right away, your chicken will not be crispy. So it's very important to maintain that temperature as much as you can. Also, don't overload your pot for the same reason I explained. Try to fry them in batches, maximum 2 pieces if you love to get crispy chicken. Let the chicken fry for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. The internal temp should register around 165 Fahrenheit or 74 Celsius to make sure it cooks all the way through safely, but it's not overcooked. Once the chicken is done, place it on paper towel, which drains the excess oil and most importantly makes your chicken extra crispy. Alright, assembly time. And the first rule is always toast your buns on both sides. How horrible a sandwich will be with soggy buns. No way, it's just gonna be like diaper. Apply the sauce on the bottom bun. Be generous here, okay? I love a lot of sauce. Then optionally some chopped white and purple cabbage to add more texture, crunchiness, and freshness to the sandwich. The chicken obviously goes next. Apply sauce on the top bun and finally crown your king. And voila, we are done. Yeah! Alright guys, the moment of truth. I feel so bad because you are not here to try this amazing sandwich. Let's give it a try. Oh my god. Just hear the crunch. Can you hear that? Super crunchy.
Sorry.
So okay, I want to talk about this a little bit. So there are a few elements that makes a sandwich very good. One of them is bun. So if you don't want to make your bun at home, I'm not gonna judge you. I mean, it's a chicken sandwich, it's okay. But honestly, I swear, if you make this bun at home once, I swear you are not gonna be buying buns anymore. Okay, it's so good, it's very soft. Look at this texture. It's very soft, and it's a very good sweetness in it. That milk powder does a great job here. It's a perfect balance of fat and sweetness. It's very soft, and also it's not chewy. It's very delicious. Another thing is the sauce. The sauce is obviously we made it from scratch, and you can customize it however you want. So if you want to make it more sweet, something like Chick-fil-A, so Chick-fil-A sauce, I would replace the ketchup and the hot sauce with barbecue sauce, okay, mayo and barbecue sauce. And if you want something like In-N-Out, this is perfect. Just use ketchup instead of hot sauce. But if you want something hot, make it like a spicy chicken sandwich, this is a perfect balance. And the texture, the cabbage also gives a very nice texture to the sandwich. It's very nice that the chicken is very juicy. and it's incredible. It's just and that's it for today's video. If you like my video and learned something, please hit the like and subscribe button. A lot of giveaways are coming out. The only way to be a part of the draw is to subscribe to my channel and sign up for free through the link in the description below. I promise it takes only a few seconds. Have a great night and see y'all next time.